So I've heard a lot of people say stuff like overhead pressing is no good for you, overhead pressing is bad for your shoulders, you shouldn't overhead press, certain athletes shouldn't overhead press. Well, that's all good and fine and well for those guys. I don't believe in that.
Come on, big push. There you go.
Quite frankly, and you know, maybe call me wrong, perhaps I'm ignorant, perhaps I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I think we're designed to press things overhead. It's called a primal pattern. You've got several different primal patterns. You've got a pull, you've got twists, you've got lunges, you've got squats, you've got several different patterns of movement that need to be able to be completed to function as a human being, and one of them being pressing overhead. I mean, how did we get here? We had to build shelter. I mean, we had to pick up logs and press them on top of however you build a log cabin. You had to do these things. So my point here is you've got to be able to overhead press. Now, those people who are overhead pressing and having problems with their overhead press may have certain muscular imbalances that are causing them to have pain. In fact, a lot of people shouldn't be overhead pressing if these things are present. So what am I talking about? For your ability to press overhead has to be coupled with your ability to extend fully at your thoracic spine. You've got to be able to extend fully without a rounding of the upper back and a hyperextending of the low back. I'll show you what I mean. You can do this quick assessment at home. You can either do it with yourself or with your athletes. It's going to allow to let you know whether or not overhead pressing is right for you and what you can do to be able to do them properly. Now, you're just going to go put your back up against a flat wall. Put your feet maybe about a foot in front of the wall. Tuck your butt under and flatten your low back into the wall. You should be able to do that. If you have somebody helping you out, have them stick their hand in that crease between your low back and the wall and have them just wiggle their fingers and just press your low back into their fingers so that they can't wiggle them. Then take your thumbs, your hands like this, and extend it over the wall, over your head, and put them on the wall. You should be able to maintain a flat back, basically pushing your low back into the wall, and your thumbs should be able to be flat on the wall. If you notice how I've got it here, and I'm not even that flexible right now. I'm a big meathead, but I can still produce complete thoracic extension while keeping my low back on the wall. Now, what the hell does this mean? My ability to do that means that my lats are stretched enough, my lats are long enough that they allow me to extend. So a lot of people, you'll find that if you try this at home, or a lot of the athletes you have, their lats are so tight that they can't extend beyond this. And their only way to do that is to shift the hips away from the wall. That's one thing. The other thing is, if you're hyperextending also, your lats are either really tight or your abdominals are really weak. So one of the things you're going to want to do before you start doing a lot of pressing, in particular overhead pressing, is stretch the lats. Now, there are several different lat stretches you can do. I'm going to show you one that works well. This in itself is a good lat stretch. Just have somebody come in front of you and push your arms up against the wall. That in itself is a good lat stretch. Another one is put your hands up against the wall and lean down just like this. You can also do them with your elbows. And the whole thing is you want to feel a stretch basically in your armpits and your mid-back. So your ability to overhead press has a lot to do with the strength, the tightnesses, and the muscular imbalances in your upper back. So pay attention to that, and hopefully you guys will be able to press and stay strong.
Let's go, big man. Good, Hunter. Yep, he's done. Add some weight, you're up again. You're going to work up to a triple for me. Good, big jump. Nice, Barnard. Come on, baby. Strong, big jump. Lock. Good. Come on, champ. Give me another one. Give me another one. Come on. Get it. Lock out. Nice work.